Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Alongside me is Sam Morona, and we will be calling today's action out here at Mead High School. And just as we're joining you, they're now getting set up for the national anthem, and then we'll come back, set things up. So we'll step aside, take a quick break here on the...
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here once again with you. Sam Morona. And Sam, it's senior day here for the Tigers. Of course, this game for the Tigers was scheduled on Thursday, was pushed back to Friday, and weather ultimately pushed it back to today, and a change in location at Mead High School. So we have a doubleheader. We'll only be doing the first game, and this is technically a home game for the Tigers, so they'll take the field first. They also had their senior day festivities and a pretty special moment down on the field, and a big day for these seniors.
Right. This was one of the first times I observed one of their traditions. Mostly I didn't know that, that their parents were actually selected to throw the opening pitch of the game, which I think is really great for these seniors. Regardless if they play or not in college, I think that's something they're going to remember forever. And this is really their day. And what better broadcast to come back on?
And let's go over the starting lineup for both these teams. The Tigers will take the field first. It'll be John Thorin on the mound for the Tigers. He will be pitching to Gavin Mendoza. At first, it's Austin Klingmeyer. Nash Phillips will play second. Trevor Ball at short. Zach Rees at third. Out in left, it's Benji Havener. In center, it's Kyle Cooper. And in right, it's Daniel Rogers. For Mead, Grayson Young will lead things off. Brett Boaz will play second and bat second. Benjamin Borrego will bat third. Nick Jacobs in the 4-hole. Brady Karstens will bat in the 5-hole. Brady Velteen in the 6. Lucas Hale in the 7-hole. Matt French in the 8-hole. And Ryan McDaniel will round out the order for the Mead Mavericks. And a big one here today, of course, the Tigers come into today looking for a chance to get back above 500. They are 5-7 in league play, but they're 8-9 on the season. Mead also 5-7. They are 10-7 on the year. The Tigers could finish the season here at 10-9, but either way you slice it, it does look like Erie will make the playoffs, as they have had maybe the toughest schedule in all of 4A baseball, as that first pitch is wide for a ball from John.
So me coming back to one of the best sports here at Erie, mostly baseball, is that I'm kind of unfamiliar with this team. When I managed my freshman year, we had big names that I think most of the student body will remember. I remember Ruben Portillo, among Victor Villa, Josh Kreitz. I remember seeing these guys a couple weekends ago at a tennis match, and they're just loving baseball as much as they did when I saw them last.
2-1 start here for Thorin and the big lefty. kick and deliver, and that one is swung on and missed. Another big player that you were mentioning from that run, Luke Conolog, certainly was a big part of that. Seen him around. He is playing football at CSU Pueblo, and let me tell you, he is a large human right now. Pitch is wide, now 3-2 the count. You got to be in the top 32 in RPI to make the playoffs for baseball in 4A. And you go to one of the 8 3-team regionals, as this one is fouled back out of play. Right now, if you look at where Erie sits, Erie at 18th, so well safe. Their record not as strong as the teams that immediately surround them, but man, their opponent's winning percentage over 64%. That is by far one of the top numbers that we see kind of in this classification. Roosevelt kind of has a similar road, but everyone else's opponent's record around 500. So Erie has had a very difficult schedule to this point.
Right, and that's to be expected. I think from the beginning of the season, they might have been seeded a little higher just because of how they played and maybe the stats of each individual player.
And there's strike 3 looking. So John Thorne with the first strikeout of Grayson Young, and now Brett Boaz for the Mavericks will come to the plate. Mavericks on the year at 352 as a team. Boaz a 453 hitter, 5 doubles on the season for Boaz, the second baseman. Outfield, of course, shaded a little bit toward opposite way like we typically see. Wind kind of blowing in from right center as that ball sails wide for a ball. 1 out, top of the first here. No score so far. Thorin will set from the third base side of the rubber, delivers, and that one's low in the dirt quickly, 2-1. Gavin Mendoza behind the plate for the Tigers. This one is skied into shallow center, going back on his ball, kind of fighting the wind, and he's able to ultimately make the play.
For Mead. I need Mead to line up.
All right. We come back in. John Thorin. Raring to strike a third. Maverick out as it's fouled out to right. Hit just over the fence.
Sorry about that. We had to hand off our Mead lineup. By the way, it's Benjamin Borrego that is batting here, a senior 478 hitter. The Mavericks only 2 home runs on the season. One by Jacobs and one by Edwards, a couple basketball players. Now quickly 2-0 to Borrego. Looks to be comfortable so far. Tried to elevate, get Borrego to chase. He wouldn't quite pull the trigger. Borrego, the starting right fielder here for the Mavericks. Their home field, once again, they're batting first. It is the top of the first, as they are the designated away team here for the first game of this doubleheader. This is the only game of the doubleheader that we will be broadcasting here today.
Now, I'm beginning to pull up stats from Max, perhaps as it's fouled out to the right. I can't do so, but to really think about some of the Mead's best players on their lineup have interestingly moved on to different sports. I met a couple baseball players at the track meet while they were throwing shot put and discus, among others going to sprinting events. And I think that might be, you know, kind of a thorn in Mead's side that they've had to overcome this season.
Long at bat here for Borrego, fouling off pitches. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one is flared out toward first. Easy play that time for Klingmeyer, and that will end the inning. So we're through the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom half of the opening frame. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else.
Here, let me see.
We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Sam Marona on the call. Lydia Mandeville is running our camera here today as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. The order for the Tigers: Nash Phillips will lead things off. Benji Havener, the freshman, will bat second. Gavin Mendoza in the 3-hole. Austin Klingmeyer will bat out of the cleanup spot. Zach Reese out of the 5-hole. Daniel Rogers will bat 6th. Caleb Furman, he's the DH today, he will bat 7th. Trevor Ball will bat 8th, and Kyle Cooper will round out the order for the Tigers. And so Nash Phillips, we mentioned, playing second today. He will lead things off for the Tigers. Nash, only a sophomore, very young lineup. The Tigers, if we talked several times throughout the season as he takes a look at strike one. Batting .288 is the sophomore in his campaign. 4 doubles, 5 runs batted in for Nash. And quickly, Lucas Hale throwing a couple darts here. Ahead here, 0-2, and this one is pulled but foul. Nash on that one pretty good.
Now, to kind of get an idea of how Erie's hit in the past, here's some stats maybe, if I can pull them up. So, 256 batting average as
that one is tagged to deep left center. That's going to roll to the track. Nash is digging for 2. The throw is in, and he's in there with a stand-up double. So Nash Phillips, good job leading off, and the Tigers have an extra base hit, and now the freshman Benji Havener will come to the plate. Benji, the long flowing locks. Sam, you ever thought about growing hair that long?
Actually, I know another junior who had hair that long at one point. He said it was actually a mistake.
One in there for a strike. Benji with the flow. This is a player that I know that Coach Simmons really excited about, as this one is sent up the middle. That's a single. Not a great read off the bat by Phillips, but he will move up to third. He kind of waited, thought that might hang up in the air just a little bit. And so runners on the corners with nobody out for Gavin Mendoza. Gavin, .341 hitter here in his sophomore year. He homered on opening day out in Fort Morgan. Hasn't homered since. In fact, he only has 1 extra base hit since that. That was a triple but he has been a single machine as he will wave at that one for strike one.
Now Gavin in a very interesting position from what I understood from Coach Simmons' coaching style in the past. As
well, there goes the runner. The throw actually beat Benji, but it bounced and the tag wasn't applied, so a stolen base, and now 2 runners in scoring position.
Come on, Gavin.
Benji will add another stolen base to Erie's total, progressing towards 50 in this year alone.
Coach Simmons, he likes to be aggressive with his base runner, that's for sure. Now 2-1 or 1-2 count here to Mendoza. Delivery swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's the first stat of the inning.
Now going back to Mendoza, he's in the unique position, as I was saying. Coach Simmons put him in a very vital position, catcher, as a sophomore. It's something I have yet to see, except for now.
Yeah, that's a big responsibility for such a young player. I think that's a good point there, Sam. Klingmeyer to the plate now. Playing first today. He'll fan at the first pitch and then chop this one foul quickly behind here, 0-2. Klingmeyer, a .340 hitter on the season. 3 extra base hits in his 50 at-bats. But behind here to Hale, 0-2. And will set, deliver, breaking ball, hit weakly up the middle. This is going to score a run. No. Klingmeyer. That is only the second out. Hello, keep your head on a swivel, Brandon. Second out of the inning. Tigers do score a run off the RBI ground out. And the 6-3 put out, and so they take the lead 1-0.
Very good start for the Tigers. It's always good to get those runs in early.
Zach Reese now the batter for the Tigers. Zach batting .312 on the year. He does have a homer, one of the Tigers' 5 homers, 2 triples, 2 doubles. Zach struggled a little bit at the beginning of the year with a hamstring issue. So not quite as many at-bats for Zach. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, kind of blowing in from right center. You might be able to hear that in our mic as that one is low now, 2-1. Good start for the Tigers. A run on the board here in the bottom of the first, and a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch there.
Zach Reese is another one of those interesting guys. Played multiple sports. As long as I've known the guy, played tennis, interestingly enough, played football. This is his last year. He was honored at a playoff game that Erie made it to in football, and it was interesting to see him progress.
Yeah, Zach really continued to have a stronger and stronger role on that Tiger offense as the football season progressed. That was not a sport that Zach had played the last few years and really did well. Now 2-2 pitch in the dirt, 3-2. Zach able to lay off that one. 1 on, 2 out. Tigers with the 1-run lead here in the bottom of the first. Lucas Hale, 18 pitches so far here in this inning. Staring in the high leg kick, swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will do it. The Tigers do put one in. We'll take a timeout, head to the top of the second here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number, 303-828-8255 0454 or go to carewayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. First pitch here in the top of the second, and that is in there for strike one. Off-speed breaking ball pitch there from Thorin. Now that ball underneath the knees, 1-1.
Now that's something that they work on a lot, those breaking balls. And in fact, I don't know if the audience knows this or not, scouts usually come here to Colorado for pitchers because the air is so thin, and if you can get a ball to break here, you can get a ball to break anywhere.
Now 2-1 the count. That one just misses. It's Nick Jacobs, the cleanup hitter and third baseman for this Maverick team. And this one fouled back over our heads and out of play. Jacobs, 370 hitter, one of the 2 Maverick home runs on the season. Thorin delivers. This one is chopped hard to second, but picked up by Phillips onto first, and that is the first out of the inning.
Tigers again making quick work of both the field and the offense. It's good to get those points early, as that's kind of something the Tigers have kind of struggled with, giving up an inning at a time or 1 or 2 runs that cost them the game in some instances.
Now Brady Karstens, the starting shortstop, to the plate, and he'll take a look at ball one. Karstens is senior, a 304 hitter with 4 extra base hits on the season, and he'll take a look at that one that catches the corner from the lefty John Thorin. John looking pretty strong here in the first few batters. That one inside, now 2-1. Has retired the first 4 that have come to the plate. Delivery is slapped foul out of play. There is a collection pond kind of behind the Tigers dugout, which is on the first base side. I always, every time I'm here, just wonder how many baseballs are floating around in that water.
Yeah, the last batter almost sunk one in the middle of the pond.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that one was upstairs, and now 2 away here in the top of the second. And so far early in this one, John Thorin is dialed in and cruising. That'll bring Brady Velteen to the plate, a sophomore and a 346 hitter, a pair of extra base hits and a lefty. So a left-on-left matchup here for the Tigers. And that breaking ball just a little high, tried to drop one in there for strike 1.
That's interesting. I actually went to middle school with number 8, Velteen. He always did like baseball. He was always really good at it.
This one a dribbler. Nash has to charge hard. The throw not in time. So an infield hit, as that was weakly hit right up the middle. And that's the first hit of the game for the Mavericks. It jammed him, but Nash, I think, took a step toward the hole and then realized that one was not going to get to the dirt. Had to charge hard.
Yeah.
So now Lucas Hale, the pitcher, and he will also dribble one. This one's trouble. And this time Nash able to get there. That was close. That one died in the long grass in the infield, but Phillips makes the third out. So we'll take another timeout. Tigers lead it 1-0 as we head to the
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
And welcome back in. Just missed that first pitch there that was called a strike one to Dan Rogers, the right fielder. And this one is tagged pretty well, but right at Grayson Young in center for out number one. That might drop in front of him. Now Caleb Furman will bat in place of John Thorne. Furman DHing here for the Tigers on what is technically senior day, at least this first game. A technical home game for the Tigers, although it's out here at Mead. Hill delivers. This one swung on and missed as Caleb went chasing for that one outside the zone. Caleb batting .500 in his 4 at-bats, 2 hits. Has an RBI and swings in. Couldn't quite catch a piece of that one. Hale working quickly now.
Now Caleb, I think along with everybody else, works more often in the cages than out in the field. That's what Coach Simmons sometimes chooses to focus on during practice, is like close to the field most of the time.
Now Trevor Ball will come to the plate with 2 outs. Ball, another Tiger sophomore in this lineup, hitting .250. Pretty good fielder, starting at short. And the amount of freshmen and sophomores, just underclassmen, this lineup, pretty staggering. And really, the Tigers, the more youth they've added into the starting lineup, the better they have done. Is they start off the season really slow, and then it was kind of a bit of a turnaround following the losses to Windsor, and then they lost to Skyline as that one is flared to center. So a 2-out single for Ball. They lost to Skyline 6-3, and then they came back and they thumped Frederick 21-2. They then went out to Frederick, won 8-5. They beat Mountain View in Loveland 2-1. Beat Berthoud 6-2. They then dropped a game to Berthoud, but then they beat Roosevelt and Denver North in back-to-back games. So there was a stretch there for the Tigers where they won 6 of 7, and that's really what turned their season around. Of course, the Tigers coming off of a 10-2 loss against Roosevelt, as Kyle Cooper now at the plate and takes a look at 2 balls. Kyle, took a while for him to get his first hit this year, but when he did, it was a big one, a home run, as he swings through that one.
Now these younger guys, I think overall they're more adaptive. While it's unknown maybe what some of them went through training-wise in middle school, we see that that's now being superseded by just more work as the seasons progress. Practices do get longer. Lifting starts earlier in the season. Last time I talked to Simmons, he said they started lifting in September before the seasons. Of course, they're optional, but that kind of work and those opportunities kind of whip these guys into shape very quickly.
Pitch to Cooper, he will fan on that one, and that will do it in the inning. So Tigers leave one stranded. We'll head to the 3rd. Tigers lead it though, 1-0 here on the Erie Tigers.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right-hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Hi, my name is Caleb Pump.
And welcome in to Erie Tiger Network, 3rd inning. John Thorne still on the bump. 34 pitches thrown so far, 19 of them for strikes, but he's been pretty good here. Deliver this one, and it is skied to 3rd. Reese trying to get under it, and he does, and able to put it away for the out. That is not a fun ball to field when it goes that high on kind of a breezy day.
Right, and add the sun into that, it was a considerably difficult catch then.
So 1 away here, and now Ryan McDaniel, the 9-hole hitter, and he will foul that one into the retention pond. So there's a splash ball. Saw some Tigers down near that pond trying to fish some balls out. Have to, as you said, Sam, use a pool skimmer.
Yeah. It's always entertaining to kind of watch the younger guys that have to go get the foul balls during practice. The JV field is right near the highway, or varsity field, excuse me. Every once in a while they'll hit it onto the highway and across to the other side, so you have to go traffic dodging every once in a while just to kind of retrieve some of the best foul balls.
We just had a balk here. An illegal pitch by Lauren, and means it's a 1-1 count. Mead fans were making sure the umpire knew, but kind of inconsequential. There's a ball either way. 1-1 count. Wind really starting to pick up now as that one just misses. Now 2-1.
I think the thing that the fans get most upset about is definitely pitching, or namely where the umpire's zone is and what he considers a ball or a strike. And I think the undeniable thing is that it's different for every umpire, which is definitely, you know, to a game that is definitely based on decisions and an inch here or an inch there.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball by McDaniel. By the way, Lucas Hale, he's thrown 37 pitches, 27 of them for strikes, but he surrendered 3 hits. And of course, the 1 run, the Tigers still holding on to that 1-run lead. This one chopped foul down the first base line. The infield grass here, I mean, everything's a little bit wet, a lot of mud in front of that Tiger dugout when we were out there before the game, but infield grass running real slow today. This one is worked on underneath. That might be a Texas leaguer, and that will drop in front of Kyle Cooper. That just seemed to carry and carry, and just in no man's land. Cooper read it well and came on fast, and Nash was out there quick, both with good speed, but it dropped right between them for a 1-out single. So that'll bring Grayson Young back to the plate. He struck out looking his last time up, so the lefty 0 for 1 today.
Now, I think later on, as sort of consistent with the Erie Tiger Network, we will be bringing you scores from around the area soon enough.
Oh, Sam teasing us with some Tri-Valley scores, or at least some 4A scores, I think, as that throw over to first, and McDaniel has a pretty healthy lead here against the lefty Thorin. John delivers. There's strike 1 on the outer half. I think Mendoza wanted that pitch in, and it ran to the outside, but still caught a piece of the plate. John again. Big swing and a miss there by Young. Now 1-2.
Now this Tiger defense, in practice at least, definitely relies on situational play. It's not just receiving grounders and fly balls over and over. They definitely scrimmage against each other, and in my opinion, that is one of the greatest forms of practice you can take, as a foul ball flies over our heads here on the top row of the bleachers.
And into the parking lot. Hopefully there's some insurance out there. That one just skipped underneath the bus and I think hit a car. 1-2 here to Grayson Young. 1 away here in the top of the third, and Tigers still lead at 1-0. Runner on first, that's Ryan McDaniel. A bit breezy, but man, just an outstanding spring day. And there's strike 3 on a breaking pitch that just absolutely froze Young, and so he strikes out looking for the second time today. Now Brett Boaz will come to the plate. Brett flew out to short his last time, or popped out to short. This time has a runner on. Thorin checks the runner. That pitch, I think they'll say a little low.
John Thorin kind of pitching on a mound that's not quite as elevated as the one at Erie is. Now that may not seem very interesting or even very like important, but it definitely does affect breaking balls, as you can't get that stride long enough every once in a while on a mound that's higher up.
1-2 the count. Technically, mounds are supposed to be the same size, but you definitely have different shapes and sizes here in high school. I'll never forget, Arvada High School has the biggest mound I've ever, I mean, it is, it's a monster.
Yeah, I've come to see that. And you're right, they are supposed to be consistent, but I think it does come down to Erie's field work or what have you.
Thorne delivers. That one's in the dirt. Now full count here to Boaz. Don't want to lose this one here. John nearing in on 52 pitches. Love to get out of this inning. 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base, no runs for Mead. 1 run off 3 hits for the Tigers, no errors, and 2 left on base. There goes the runner. This one is shot up the elevator shaft toward first. Klingmeyer coming over, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out. And so the Tigers once again able to escape without giving up a run. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. It's a 1-0 lead in the top of the order, due up for the Tigers with Nash Phillips, Benji Havener, and Gavin Mendoza, the sophomore, freshman, sophomore, top 3 in the lineup for the Tigers.
I'm not gonna stop, just take a picture, make your mom happy, and move on.
As Hale has pitched pretty well so far, got into a little bit of trouble in that first inning, but only surrendered 1 run. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Network. You can like our Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. Check us out online, ErieTigerNetwork.com. Also, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here. If you click that little bell icon, that'll give you notifications every time that we are about to go on air, which has been a little bit of an adventure here this spring with all the weather. Now, Sam, you're kind of sitting behind the radar gun as this one is chopped and picked up and tossed to first for the 1st out.
Yeah, I was actually just about to comment on that. From the few pitches that I did see from Erie, John Thorne is consistently hitting mid-70s, getting close to 80, which is something Coach Simmons really emphasizes in pitchers, is that you have to strive to be in that range to have sort of a chance against these senior players.
Time called by McDaniel, the catcher. He'll run out and chat things. Benji Havener singled up the middle his last time up. Benji's older brother Teddy set to graduate. He's actually a hockey player, is Teddy, as that pitch is low in the dirt. Ball 1.
And I guess going back to the youth on this Tiger team, the increasing class size that enters Erie each year brings a whole multitude of players that Coach Simmons can pick from, and guys he's never seen that can surprise him. And I think that's one of the better reasons why Erie is a younger team.
Breaking ball inside for a ball. Now 3-1. Outfield playing straight away, but shallow here, at least pretty shallow and right is Borrego. And a swing and a miss from Benji for strike 2. This one fought off and fouled. Over our heads and out of play. And heads ducking all around us.
It's a pretty good turnout for both sides today. Benji strikes out.
Strikeout looking, and that'll bring Gavin Mendoza to the plate. He struck out swinging his last time up. Gavin looking for a 2-out knock. Hale's been pretty efficient. Actually less pitches than Thorne so far by about 8. Not quite through the 3rd inning though. See if Mendoza can make him work a little bit. Strike 1 called. Hale quickly from the windup, just getting that ball and ready to fire. Swing and a miss. And now Gavin behind 0-2.
Mendoza looking a little shaken.
This one is hit back up the middle and gobbled up by Karstens onto first. And that will do it. Pretty good play there by Karstens up the middle. Came all the way to the bag to make that one 6-3 on the putout. Tigers held scoreless in the 3rd. They have the lead though, 1-0. It will be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Mead due up in the 4th. You're watching the Erie Tigers.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in. 1-0 lead for the Tigers. And leading things off for the Mavericks, the right fielder Benjamin Borrego. He grounded out to Klingmeyer his last time up. A little tailwind behind the pitcher, and this one flared into the wind. Rogers tacking back 3 or 4 paces, but he'll safely put it away. So 1 pitch, 1 out here for the Mavericks. That'll bring Nick Jacobs, who grounded out to Phillips his last time up. Jacobs, the 4-hole hitter. And John Thorne has looked strong here the first 3 1/3. See if he can keep that train going, as that's a breaking pitch upstairs.
Again, we are very near to the crowd on the top row of the bleachers. We do get some chatter every once in a while, so if you hear some cheering or some of the ambiance of going to a baseball game, I think that just enhances the broadcast.
There you go, Sam. Like that. 1 And fouled back into the screen. 1-1 the count here to Jacobs. Another breaking pitch snapped off a little high, and now 2-1. He's been having that breaking pitch up, but haven't really been able to get a hold of it when it is in the zone, have the Mavericks. That one wide as Mendoza had to stretch out to snag that one out. 3-1 here to Jacobs. I think either pitcher has walked a batter so far. I'll have to double check that one, and as soon as I say that, there is the walk. So, first walk of the day for John. For Lucas Hale, he hasn't walked anyone. So first walk by either team. Now Brady Karstens will come to the plate.
This is definitely one of the quicker games I've been to. It's the lowest pitch count, or one of the lower pitch counts, I think, at this point in the game, top of the fourth.
60 pitches so far for John, 35 of those for strikes. 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss. Same location, just kind of went high on the elevated fastball, and Karstens wasn't able to catch up. See if they come back, maybe throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Mendoza actually wants to go upstairs, I think, with this fastball. They do go around the eye level, but Karstens able to hold off on that one. 1-2, top of the fourth, one runner on, one out. That pitch low in the dirt. 2-2. John, the high leg kick. This one hit right back up the middle. Picked up by Phillips onto first. In time. Double play to end the inning. So Nash Phillips showing off some good range. Got the double play. That'll do it. Here in the top of the fourth, we'll head to the bottom half of the inning. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better
Mead. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Bottom of the fourth. Austin Klingmeyer will lead things off for the Tigers, and we have a good one going so far. It's a 1-0 lead here for Erie, as kind of a pitcher's duel. First pitcher's duel we've really seen on the Erie Tiger Network this year. As you mentioned, lots of hitting. We saw a lot of hitting out in Fort Morgan. Of course, we saw the Tigers put up over 20 against Frederick, but just a 1-0 lead here into the fourth. And Klingmeyer grounded out to short his last time up. He will be the one to lead things off here for the Tigers. That double play certainly helping that pitch count there for Thorne, but Hale has been equally impressive. 48 pitches, 35 of them for strikes, only 13 balls. I think you see that as a Tiger. You just got to come up ready to swing. And they'll swing and miss at strike one. Hale working quickly from the windup. This one is flared over the head of the shortstop and into center for a single. And so Austin Klingmeyer will lead things off with a single for the Tigers. And that'll bring Zach Reese to the plate. Zach struck out swinging his last time up.
Now this is definitely a nail-biting matchup, as you see that at least stat-wise both of these teams are very similar. The only thing maybe differing is the earned run average, Erie being a little bit higher than Mead.
Yeah, you know, Sam, I think that Mead probably a little bit better of a hitting team. Erie's still pretty young, but one thing that Coach Simmons really instills in this program, toughness, and that's hard to see on the stat sheets. It's hard to see on the scoreboard, but I mean, there's a reason this Erie team, it seems like every time they play Longmont, they find a way to win, even when Longmont is seated higher or ranked better. And those two teams play together in the summer, and I don't think it's a coincidence why that happens. I think the Longmont players just know the kind of grit that the Tigers players typically have. So 2-2 here to Reese. Klingmeyer there on first, nobody out. That pitch way inside. Almost touched the shirt of Reese, and now full count. Hale checks the runner. This one is flared over our heads and out of play. Hale has peppered that strike zone today, but he has surrendered 4 hits, only 2 surrendered by John Thorin so far in this one. Pitch into Reese. This one is golf down the line, twists foul. Reese went low to get that one and just popped it foul. Couldn't quite sneak it in there.
Now Zach Reese, 2 strikes on him. He's looking to hit. Even with his golfing to get that one low, he's not leaving the plate without a hit.
You mentioned Zach playing a lot of sports. Would have liked to seen him on the golf team. Now coming set is Hale, delivers that one upstairs, and actually that will be ball 3. So now a full count. Beg your pardon. 3-2 pitch here to Reese. Inside for a ball, and so the first walk of the day for Lucas Hale, and that will put 2 on here for the Tigers with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Dan Rogers will come to the plate. He lined out his last time up to shallow center. With that wind blowing in, he does that again. That one might drop in front of Young out there at center. Trying to bunt, that one's popped up but foul. Trying to move the runners over on a little sack bunt, put 2 in scoring position, and just got underneath that one. Caleb Furman on deck for the Tigers here on senior day. Man, really starting to pick up here. Delivery by Hale, and this time Rogers takes all the way for a ball.
Tigers trying to get into a position to move that first baseman to second in sort of a forced play. A situation like that, catcher, there's a lot of risk in throwing down to second to get that batter out as a stolen base, which kind of is just sort of a free base in some respects for that first baseman.
Swing and a miss, that one in the dirt, and that will be out number 1. Rogers took off for first, but the other runners for the Tigers, they weren't moving. So 1 away, still 2 on for Caleb Furman. Now 2 of 5 on the season, 400 for Furman, who's DHing today for John Thorin. And he will hit this one back up the middle. This might be a double play. Flip to 2 for 1 onto first, and that throw goes way wide. Off the backstop, sliding in and scoring from second is Klingmeyer. So an error there by Karstens, and he's kind of holding up his hands. I'm not sure exactly what he's upset about, but Tigers now lead it 2-0.
Meyer, one of the faster base runners on this Erie offense.
And now they're going to have a little discussion, are the umpires. So, looks like nothing's changed. So, Furman on first. Now 2-0 lead. Trevor Ball to the plate, and he just nips this one foul.
Trevor Ball, another one of those all-around athletes. Made it to state, one of the very first two doubles teams from Erie to make it to state tennis.
And sliding underneath the tag is Furman. And so, stolen base there for Caleb. Pitch was a ball, by the way, 1-1. Trevor Ball singled his last time up to center. If you look at the spray chart he's done just when we've done the broadcast, he puts the ball everywhere in play. So good to see from the sophomore when he does get into play, he can use kind of all fields. Hale will come set, delivers, and in there right down the pipe for a strike. And there's strike three looking for Ball. That will do it here in the inning, but the Tigers get one on an error. We'll head to the fifth. They lead it 2-0.
Have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
And welcome back in. 2-0 lead here for Erie. It's Brady Velteen that will lead things off. Thorne still pitching here for the Tigers. This one chopped up to the middle. Glove down, throw not in time. Just mishandled by Ball, who had to charge hard. We've talked about the speed of the infield being really slow. And that's the first error of the game for the Tigers. Lucas Hale will come to the plate, trying to help his own cause. So the leadoff runner aboard for the Mavericks. I think the first time in this game. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Hale tried to pull the outside pitch and couldn't quite stay back. Thorne, 66 pitches. Important here that stays calm and gets this out. Do not want to give up 2 runners. Pitch in, this one hit up the middle. This might be another double play. On to short, to first, double play. 4-6-3 with the young sophomores there in the middle infield. We might see that connection a few more times there, Sam.
Yeah. Excuse me. It's still windy here. Yeah, I'm just, when you talk about like the shortstop and his role in the game, it's definitely, he does take on a bigger role, as does the catcher and the pitcher. He has to cover that gap that's so often hit over or hit past, and glad they put, or Coach Simmons put someone quick and can think on his feet in that position.
So now Matt French to the plate here with 2 outs. Couple balls here, the lefty. He had the first hit of the game on Thorin. Actually, French flew out to Zach Reese's last time up. Dribbles this one to Phillips onto first, and that will do it. So a clean inning, a 1-2-3 inning thanks to the double play. We'll head to the bottom half. Tigers lead at 2-0 here on the Erie Tigers. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. A little quicker here between innings. Both pitchers already pretty warm as Matt Hale. 69 pitches, 49 for strikes, 20 for balls so far. Very good ratio there for Lucas Hale. But surrendered 2 runs, one of them unearned. Last inning on a tailor-made double play that would have got Mead out of the inning, would end up scoring Caleb Furman on the wild throw from short. And so that gave the Tigers their 2nd run. Tigers 2 double plays now in this game. One unassisted by Nash Phillips. The other one Nash flipped to ball last half inning. After Ball got an error, and so he dusted off the double play. So good defense. It's been the theme in this one so far for the Tigers, but leading off the inning for Erie is Kyle Cooper. Kyle, 2 home runs on the season. That leads Erie. In fact, he was joking the other day in class that he has more extra base hits this season than singles. So kind of out of nowhere, Kyle Cooper, big time power hitter here out of the 9th spot. As he takes a look at ball 1 upstairs. Kyle, an outstanding center fielder and a very hard worker. Kyle also has come in and latter half of games to pitch. We might see him here today pitch. Not sure if they're going to save him for the 2nd game. I mean, right now, John Thorne, only 71 pitches, so I think they're hoping they could even get a complete game out of him. And that one tagged down the line. Foul. That one, I mean, just turned foul at the last second. If John is able to maybe get the last 6 outs somewhat quickly for the Tigers. He would be available for some pitches in the second game. Not sure if Coach Simmons would do that or not, and they'll say that Kyle Cooper checked his swing and struck out. So out number 1 for the Tigers. Back to the top of the order. It's Nash Phillips. He doubled his first time up into left center, and then he grounded out to the pitcher spot in a little check swing his last time. That one in the dirt, or low anyways, for ball 1. 6 hits here between the two teams. This one chopped hard and just off of Nick Jacobs' glove. That one was branded for the outfield. Jacobs did good to even get some leather on it. I think they'll probably credit Nash with a hit there. That one was tattooed in the hole there, and so a 1-out single. And now Benji Havener will come to the plate. He singled his first time up, struck out looking last time.
That hit by Phillips just had a stellar placement, as pass ball allows Phillips to advance to second.
Ryan McDaniel, the catcher, showed some frustration that he wasn't able to block that one in the dirt. Runner in scoring position, chance for the Tigers to stretch out that lead a little more. And they are in a good part in the lineup to do that, as there's a swing and a miss from Havener. We mentioned Coach Simmons really likes this freshman, feels like he could be a special player for the Tigers in a long line of a lot of special baseball players that have come through Erie. That one in there for a strike. Now 1-2. Really like the umpire strike zone today. I think it's been pretty good. No strikes, calling anything kind of near the zone, and now time is called by Havener right before the pitch is thrown. And so smart by Hill just to continue his motion and throw it. Now this one is fouled but playable, and that one's going to be put away by Beltine.
So we have, looks like Gavin Mendoza again. And I think we kind of talked about he is one of the younger guys put in a very important role, just like Trevor Ball in at shortstop. And that's right. He's definitely done well to adapt to any kind of fast pitching speed.
That one flared to right, but just got underneath it, and that will end the inning. So Tigers, they'll leave one stranded. We'll head to the 6th, still a 2-0 lead here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Burt, Sam Arona here with you on the call as we're live out at Mead High School for first of a doubleheader. We'll only have the first game broadcasted, and we'll have to head out of here. Weather kind of really move the schedule around, has done so for all spring sports throughout this season. But John Thorne, the pitcher, 71 pitches thrown, 41 for strikes, and he has done well. No runs surrendered so far in this one. Just needs 6 more outs, and they'll call strike 1 on a pitch inside to Ryan McDaniel, starting catcher. He singled his last time up to center.
The freshman that was manning the speed gun.
That one's dribbled to second, Nash on to first in time, and that's now number 1.
Yeah, the freshman manning the speed gun seems to have left his post, so I can't really tell if John has lost or gained any momentum, but as far as I can tell, I've seen he hasn't let up yet on any Maverick he's faced.
Breaking ball and a good one, a swing and a miss to Grayson Young for a first pitch strike. John hasn't really had that breaking ball dialed in, but that was a good one. Now that one wide. 1-1. He is located well with a fastball. Nothing's really been hit hard off of him. A lot of action up the middle for these Tiger middle infielders here today. But Grayson Young 0 for 2, the left-on-left matchup. Both strikeouts, and now John ahead here, 1-2. Both of them looking for Young, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see Young really swing at one, maybe out of the zone, and that one they tried to go upstairs and he fouled it off of the Mead dugout. One away here in the top of the 6th. Delivery wide, taken for a ball. Mendoza tried to kind of squeeze it back in toward the zone, but couldn't get the umpire to flinch. Two pitch from Thorne. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and so he has struck Young out 3 times today, has John Thorne. That'll bring Brett Boaz to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He is popped out into foul ground and popped out to short. That breaking ball just misses lone inside. Tigers still got to be sharp here. Only a 2-run lead. That pitch just underneath the knees. Two and 0. 3-0.
It's becoming increasingly quiet around here as I think we near one of the 7th inning. Still anyone's game. I think, as you said before, only a 2-0 lead by the Tigers. Still have to stay vigilant.
Delivery is flared towards second. Phillips going over, and Nash has put it away. And another clean inning from John Thorne. He has been pitching a gem here today. Led to the bottom half of the 6th. It's 2-0 Tigers here on the Erie Tiger Network.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Pretty good one so far. Lucas Hale, he's still pitching. He's thrown 81 pitches, 58 for strikes, only 1 earned run. He's struck out 8, given him 5 hits and walked 1. But man, John Thorne, 84 pitches, 49 for strikes. He has struck out 4, 1 walk, only allowed 2 hits today. And his whip, if you will, 0.5. That is a great number, as this one is skied in the infield on the first pitch, and that's an out as Karstens comes over to make the play. So 1 away for the Tigers. Zach Reese will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and the only walk today for the Tigers. That's been the key. Both pitchers really dotting pitches into the strike zone. Is that one low and away for a ball? Tigers scored 1 in the first after getting 2 runners into scoring position. Scored on a ground out. I believe that was Austin Klingmeyer. And then they scored 1 in the fourth off a throwing error. Would have been a double play to end the inning, as that one is fouled backward into the lake. So 2-1 the count. Here to Reese. That one called strike 2 looking.
Tigers definitely making sufficient contact with the ball today. Even trying a couple sacrifice bunts as drop third strike.
And they'll ensure the out down there at first. Now Dan Rogers, he lined out to center, then struck out swinging, 0 for 2 today. Mead has done well, though, defensively to keep this one close, and they'll have one more shot at it. For Mead, it'll be the heart of their order. The 3, 4, 5 hitters due up in the 7th for the Mavericks. And I don't see any bullpen action for the Tigers, so I think they're hoping that John can just throw the complete game shutout. '90th pitch coming for Hale. Breaking ball, and it was a good one. In there for a strike. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here, Sam, and you mentioned it. We haven't seen a lot of that this year, and pretty refreshing. 2-2 the count. Dan Rogers. Swung on and flared. This one might fall. A diving attempt not made over the center fielder's head. Rogers going to dig in, and he'll have a stand-up double. Wood continued to carry, and Young tried to make a play at it and just couldn't quite get to it, as that one was hit well into the gap. Now Caleb Furman, who was the batter that drove in he was the runner, if you will, that was standing on second when that error was made. That would score. No, he was the batter. Yeah. Can't remember. He was the batter.
Yeah, he was.
So 6th hit of the game now for the Tigers.
Definitely in prime scoring positions where the Tigers want to be. Even another run to tack on the board will definitely turn the tables that much farther. As I said before, both these teams are very even.
Runner in scoring position here. Can the Tigers cash in? Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt from Furman. Now 0-2 to Caleb. That ball in the dirt, blocked, but up to third on a good read on that throw. It was Rogers, so now as if you're Hale, you were ahead 0-2, you threw that ball in the dirt. You might think about doing that again. Only hesitation now is that ball gets past McDaniel. A lot of room between the plate and the backstop as that one is in the dirt. You might see Rogers be aggressive. Good little catch there with the glove though by McDaniel. 2-2. Way to lay off there by Furman.
Rogers certainly has the means to be aggressive, as, again, like McLennan, he's one of our faster base runners, making him a dangerous sort of contender for a pass ball.
Rogers was way up the line on that one. Breaks hard again, swung on and missed, and that will do it in the 6th. Tigers, they'll try and finish this one out. Thorin coming to the mound. We'll see if he can get the complete game shutout after we take a timeout here.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble, and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 7th inning, John Thorne out on the mound. And his ERA certainly after today, as long as he can get through this inning clean, will be under 2 on the season. He has pitched well for these Tigers, a big lefty. And he will start things off with strike 1 here to Benjamin Borrego. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out to first and he popped out to second. And that pitch in there for a strike. So back-to-back breaking balls in there for strikes for John. And he's only thrown 86 pitches so far, and I think he's gotten better as the game has gone along. This one went upstairs, fouled right back to us, and
came dangerously close to our equipment and us.
You know, a younger version of me might have reached out over the side railing and caught that one.
I'm younger and I'm not doing that. I'll tell you.
Thorne with the 0-2, upstairs for a ball. Erie, 2 runs off 6 hits. They've had 1 error, they've left 5 on. Mead, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, they've only left 2 on. One spiked in the dirt, now 2-2. Hearing a little more chatter coming from the Mead dugout, trying to guide their players on. They are right in the heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 spots. 2-2 count here from John Thorin, he'll kick, deliver, and that one's in the dirt, 3-2. So after falling behind 0-2, Borrego's worked it full.
Erie in, once again, a ideal position. Even if Mavericks can score 3 before the inning ends, Erie does have last bats.
You're all right, John, come on.
Yeah, and you hate to lose that leadoff one after having him 0-2. So the leadoff runner earns a walk, only the second walk of the day. And now Nick Jacobs, 0 for 1, he's walked and grounded out. And this is the dangerous part of the Mead order that you don't want to see up. Harold out to chat with the umpires. Not sure what change was made. The umpire did write something down. Don't see any changes out there. They're gonna put, I think, Connor Leach in the bullpen to start warming up here for the Tigers. Thorne will know as he looks directly into the bullpen from the stretch there. And now behind here, so John has thrown 5 straight balls. Typically the rule when you're behind this late, you take 2, you get a strike. This one chopped though through the hole. And now there are 2 aboard. So the tying run for Mead at first, and now a little fumble out there by Havener, and both runners move up.
Definitely not something the Tigers right now, after having the lead held a little for this long. It's hard to keep going.
Yeah, Coach Fish now out to talk things over with John, try and settle him down. Maybe give some time for Leach to warm up his arm in the pen. So you have 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out here for the Mavericks in the top of the 7th. Even though we're out here at Mead, as we mentioned, the first game of this doubleheader, a makeup game for a game that was rained out earlier this week. So Tigers are the home team. They will have last at bat should they surrender at least 2 runs here. So Brady Carson's the batter. He has struck out swinging and then grounded out up the middle. So the lefty Thorin delivers. This one is hit well in toward the gap, flaring towards Rogers. There will be 1 out. The throw will come to the plate. Not in time, and so that's a sac fly RBI to score 1 run. And the runner from second did move up to third in Jacobs. So now Brady Veltine, the lefty, he singled on an infield hit and then reached on an error. Both weakly hit up the middle. Tigers will bring their infield in. This actually might be good, but Veltine is up with how he has hit and the infield in now. That would play right into their hands. We'll check it, that one, good breaking ball, but it was able to just lay off as it drifted out of the zone.
Come on, John.
So 2-1 now. Erie's still on top of the 7th, 1 out, runner on third. Pitch in there for a strike. Left on left matchup here. 6-hole hitter Veltine. Thorin delivers, breaking pitch. Ooh, just missed a whisker high. Wind was blowing in from right, now kind of blowing from right to left. Bit of a crosswind here. That one slapped foul.
Yeah, there you go, John. Get him, John.
So now 2-2.
A little more chatter from the Erie side as So they're cheering John's name to get Erie out of this inning and out of this game.
Tension starting to rise. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs and a nice snag by Mendoza as he had to pop out of his crouch and snow cone that one to make sure it didn't go to the backstop. So now 3-2. Thorne delivers. This one is foul. Good battle here at the plate between Velteen and Thorne.
Very aware of the cost of one mistake at this point in the game. Hyper aware of each other and the ball. Mead not going out without a fight.
Rogers, decent arm in right, really good arm in center, and Kyle Cooper. Should this be a sac fly situation, but that ball goes over the head of Velteen. So now the go-ahead run on first as Lucas Hale, who is still on the hook for this one, will come to the plate with a chance to tie it. The Tigers will do, they're gonna play their middle infielders up the middle, try and maybe get a double play, and I think their corners will kind of play in a little bit. There's a lot of room. Put one through the infield. We've had 2 groundouts to second from Hale. This one hit right at Phillips, and both runners able to get back. And so Hale all 3 times today has gone right at Nash. Good job by the runners not to get doubled off. That would be an easy one. Now Matt French, the lefty, 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out to second. Now the infield can play back a little. Some drama here. Can John Thorne complete this one? That one high, taken for a ball, snagged by Mendoza.
Again, kind of a harder situation. We saw this when Erie was up to bat. Runner on first, runner on third. Runner on first has a safer bet of stealing second, as there is much risk involved with the catcher throwing down.
All in the dirt. Right now, it just looks like John's overthrowing a little bit, really trying to aim his pitches.
Battle, John! Come on,
See if he can just settle down and whip one right into the zone. 2-0 pitch coming. See if Mead will send the runner. They won't. This one flared foul.
There you go, big 1-5. Don't chill, just hit it. Let bat do the work. Come on, Matt.
Come on, John.
1-2 now. John taking his time, trying to slow down the heartbeat. 1-2 pitch, or 2-1 pitch rather, and that one's in the dirt now, 3-1. Big pitch coming here for Thorne. Delivers. Just low, and that's ball 4. And so a couple walks here. Now the bases are loaded, and Coach Simmons is going to come out, I think, and grab Thorne and put in the senior Connor Leach here on senior day. So we're going to step aside, catch our breath, see if the Tigers can close the door. 2 outs here in the 7th here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Good job, John!
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Well, welcome back in. It's the top of the 7th. There are a pair of outs. It's a 1-run lead, but the bases are loaded for the Mavericks. And what has been an interesting inning here. And it's Austin Klingmeyer actually that will come into pitch. The senior, 23 2/3 innings pitched, a 3.85 earned run average. He does have 1 save to his credit, 24 strikeouts, 15 walks for Austin, and maybe has not had a bigger at-bat than this one right here, as kind of the sidearm specialist, kind of comes across his body almost 3/4. It's the 9-hole hitter McDaniel, and he starts him off with a ball low. Klingmeyer delivers that one low, 2-0 here to McDaniel. We saw the Tigers walk the game away in Fort Morgan. Do not want to do that here. I've already walked a couple this inning. This one flared, and it will be played, and that is out number 3, and who better to get it than John Thorin, who puts it away. He went 6 2/3 of wonderful 3-hit, 1-run baseball, and the Tigers get the 2-1 win. We'll catch our breath. We'll come back, wrap things up here real quick on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And welcome back in. A final in this one, 2-1 Erie, the winners, as they move now to 500 on the season. And well, Sam, the way the season has gone, got to be pretty happy about that. Of course, they'll have one more here today against the Mavericks, but 2-1 winners, gutty pitching. Both pitchers pitched really well, but what are kind of your takeaways from this one?
I think absolutely at the end, this Tiger defense demonstrated their ability to execute when it was needed. The odds were stacked against them as we neared the final pitch. Bases loaded, and pop fly into the air was slowly and calmly caught, as has been done so many times in practice, and I think that was one of the highlights of the game.
Yep, and we mentioned this, but who better to get that final out than John Thorin, who twirled a gem, and he's our player of the game here today. 6 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 1 earned run, only 3 hits surrendered, 2 walks on the day, and I believe there were 5 strikeouts for Thorin. So excellent game for him. Tigers move to 9-9. They move to 6-7 in league play. They'll have a chance to make their league play record an even 500 if they can take the second of this doubleheader. Well, special thanks to Lydia Mandeville, who was our camera person today. For Sam Arona, I'm Brandon Bird. Thank you so much for joining us for this broadcast of Tiger Baseball. We have playoffs coming up. It'll be Erie Soccer and Erie Baseball still coming up on the Erie Tiger Network. Before we are done with our broadcast coverage this year, of course, we will also have graduation, so be sure to be on the lookout. You can follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Net, like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. For everyone on the